Mario Kart. It has been a staple in many casual and intense gaming sessions since 1992, with iconic characters, chaotic items, beautiful tracks, impressive world records, and a thriving community. With all of that said, it's no surprise that some of its biggest fans weren't satisfied with just the stuff Nintendo put out. While each of the entries on their respective consoles have their fair share of fun and nostalgia, the best-selling game and most well-known one by far is Mario Kart Wii. Despite having been out for over a decade, Mario Kart Wii has continued to remain relevant and applied ambitious new features such as insane track design, fast-paced gameplay, bikes, tricks, 12-player races, online tournaments, a larger character roster than any game before it, and so much more. All of this has led to this game standing out from its predecessors. Many features from this game have also embedded themselves into future Mario Kart games. YouTubers such as Troy98 continue to pull in hundreds of thousands of views with Mario Kart Wii videos. Wii's glitchy mechanics allowed for fun exploits and ultra shortcuts to be pulled off. The community managed to bring back online play even after Nintendo shut it down in 2014, and modding has pushed the game to its limits. One of these being Mr. Bean 35,000 VR and Chatter's Ctgp Revolution, one of the most ambitious hacks of any game in history, adding new game modes as well as over 200 custom tracks made by various passionate members of the Mario Kart Wii community. This Mario Kart game, with a community already overflowing with passion and creativity, was the perfect game to create a toy line encapsulating what made the whole Mario Kart series loved by many. Being able to create original, real live Mario Kart tracks in your very own home at the time was unheard of. But 3 years after Mario Kart Wii released, 9 years before LEGO Mario or Mario Kart Live Home Circuit would release, that dream would soon be realized with the release of the Knext Mario Kart Wii building sets. This is the beginning of Mario Kart Knex. In 1992, the Knex company was founded by Joel Glickman, was known for making construction toys similar to Legos, with more focus towards motion, allowing you to make advanced structures such as roller coasters, ball machines, and even pool tables. But their first Mario Kart set wouldn't come out for 2 decades. Through collaboration with Nintendo in 2011, the Knex company created Mario Kart building sets based on the most recent Mario Kart game at the time, Mario Kart Wii. In less than 6 months, the sets, released in June 2011, were in over 10,000 stores and sold at a rate 3 times higher than that of any other Knex licensed building choice. It also generated 1/3 of the company's sales for 2011. With Knex Mario Kart, you're able to build custom, original tracks and race with Mario Kart characters in your own home. The initial toy line didn't feature much, with only 4 characters being released in the first wave, but what it did have was battery-powered as well as pull-back toy versions of Mario Kart Wii karts, such as the Standard Kart, Wild Wing Kart, and the Sprinter, as well as a standard bike. It also features 5 types of track pieces, such as straightaways and turns, that you can put in any order to make anything from a recreation of one of Nintendo's most iconic courses to the craziest layout imaginable. Most new track sets fell under a theme of either Mario Circuit or Bowser's Castle, and featured a few track pieces plus the pieces required to build functioning obstacles for Mario Kart Wii. Some of the biggest sets from 2011 include Bowser's Castle Ultimate and Mario and Yoshi vs. Stone Bowser. Knex Mario Kart building sets would gain praise and accolades. The Mario Kart Knex toys brought Mario Kart to life in a new way. While a few other Mario Kart toys have been released prior, such as Mario Kart-themed slot car racing, the Knex Mario Kart set stood out since control of the course map and obstacles now resided in the player's hands. In the early 2010s, Knex Mario Kart was on the rise, and it motivated people to make and post their tracks on YouTube. The first YouTuber to ever post a custom Knex track, and therefore being the first Knex YouTuber, was Stormbringer GT on August 14, 2011. Initially, Stormbringer's channel was relatively unknown, dedicated to playing the Pokemon Online trading card game, but with the uprise of Knex Mario Kart, he shifted focus to that. His first video was to test the waters of Knex, and after the positive reception, would continue to upload more tracks as well as review the latest Knex Mario Kart sets. He wouldn't upload custom tracks very often, but when he did, it was always worth the wait. He would include numerous custom obstacles powered by Knex motors, such as rotating bullet bills and swamp-infested corridors. His tracks would become more and more ambitious, some of them even going viral. And to this day, Stormbringer GT remains by far the most subscribed Knex YouTuber of all time, with even more subs on the Knex company's official channel itself. A week after Stormbringer uploaded his first Knex video, K41, already experienced with Knex ball machines, would also begin to make tracks. K41, like Stormbringer GT, was known for focusing on functionality, and many of his tracks have branching paths and steep roller coaster-like climbs and loops. He has even incorporated Mario Kart track pieces into his bigger ball machine creations. Another pioneer of the Mario Knex representation on YouTube was Mario World Fun Zone, formerly known as 1989 Hulkamania. Mario World Fun Zone is a huge fan of all things Nintendo, and loves collecting Nintendo memorabilia. His first track was a mega track comprised of all the sets released at the time, simply titled Knex Mario Kart Wii Combined Track 1. The track was huge compared to others at the time, and his tracks would only get bigger from there. His layouts are some of the craziest in the community, and has shattered the record for biggest Knex track many times over. He is one of only 2 Knex creators confirmed to own the entire 7-year Mario Knex line, and would buy and upload a video on each set as soon as it released, which has aided in ensuring future Knex collectors don't miss out on any sets. Starting in 2013, he also began producing a crossover story series featuring Knex figures as well as other IPs in his series Mario and the Middle Finger All-Stars. Also entering the community at this time was HKSkater88. HKSkater was the first out of these YouTubers to recreate Nintendo tracks, such as Calamari Desert, Frappe Snowland, Maple Treeway, and Baby Park, but also branched out with custom tracks. Out of all the creators mentioned, she would upload the most frequently. HKSkater prioritized the decorations around her track, a style that would become more popular later on. Her tracks are easily recognizable as she sets up her tracks to fit perfectly into a single camera angle, like a display window. Knex had started the engine for new ideas to thrive with their sets, and in 2012, Mario Kart's potential was fully realized. 4 new characters, beach and ice themed sets, and even more obstacles were released. The biggest sets of 2012 dwarfed 2011's biggest set, with releases such as Mario Circuit Ultimate and the Ultimate Combination, a beach ice themed mashup that contained 30 total feet of track. As new sets were released, the room for creativity skyrocketed, and more people took notice. A lot of creators would join the Knex scene in 2012, such as Mario Kart Fan 108, Wob608, and Chaz Baby Sam, who would all make relatively small and extremely technical tracks. But in August, an up-and-coming track creator would make his entrance, recreating Wii's Mushroom Gorge. Some have dared to call him a track master. And in just a few months, he would go on to become one of the most influential builders ever. Knex Trackmaster began making tracks when interest in Knex Mario Kart was just about at its early peak. Combine that with heavily decorated tracks as well as iconic cinematic feel to all of his videos, and he got over 1,200 subscribers in just 8 months. This rate of growth was huge, surpassing even Stormbringer GT at the time. And Knex Trackmaster was just getting started, constantly uploading many well-decorated tracks. With all of those builders, the YouTube scene for Knex was at its peak. But once you reach the top, there's nowhere left to go but down. And with the Knex company shifting its focus away from Mario Kart Wii, things would quickly take a turn for the worst. In 2013, Knex began to focus more on the more recent Mario Kart game, released on the 3DS 2 years prior, Mario Kart 7, releasing an abundance of new characters, such as Peach and Daisy, as well as new karts, like the Bumblebee and Bolt Buggy, but only one track set, Piranha Plant Slide. However, most of these additions were not well received by fans and fellow track creators. In the absence of many Mario Kart sets, Knex also branched out and released level sets based on main series games, such as Super Mario 3D Land, Super Mario 3D World, and the new Super Mario Bros. Series. While most of these weren't very useful in building tracks, they worked as extra decorations, and some builders, like Stormbringer GT, managed to cleverly incorporate them into their tracks, and they did allow for a much bigger character roster. Even with the lack of sets, there were still amazing new builders who began posting tracks this year, such as SkyBeagle16 and Daniel Camera Action, both of whom would style their videos in a Grand Prix format, where the racers would accumulate points over a collection of videos. But the deficiency of attention that Knex now gave to the Mario Kart sets would soon take its toll on the fan base. Up until this point, any potentially new track maker who joined would be recognized and encouraged by the most prominent members of the community through the YouTube comment section. Even at this time, there was a thought at the back of everyone's mind that one day they'll have connected together their last rods. The first major loss was felt on March 25th to 2013, where HK41 would upload her final track, Yoshi's Island Easter, before disappearing off the platform. The track, in the shape of an Easter bunny, and the background music echoed the melancholy that was felt because of her absence. But her departure from the platform was the first, but not the last, of the year. Stormbringer GT, the largest creator, would go inactive in August after personal stuff came up. ChazBabySam and Wob608 would also lose interest in early 2013 and briefly switch focus of their channels to gaming, but failed to reach the same viewership levels of their Knex videos and would also abandon their channels. Mario Kart Fan 108 would also contemplate quitting in late 2013, going on and off again, switching to Super Mario Bros. X, a hack, and later Mario Kart 8 gameplay before closing finally in 2015. Even as a few more new creators joined around this time, such as Mario Knext Fan, they were never able to upload tracks consistently, and they never saw the same success that HK41, Stormbringer GT, and Knex Trackmaster did early on. When most of the community left, the fans left with them. While Stormbringer GT's final video gained 20 million views, the most popular Knex track uploaded after 2013, to this day, only has 700,000 views, barely 1/30th of Stormbringer GT's video. This appeared to be the beginning of the end.
Even though a majority of the community began leaving in 2013, not everyone did. Knex Trackmaster and Mario World Fun Zone, as well as the still relatively new SkyBeagle16 and Daniel Cameron Action, would stick around. However, the influx of new viewers began to decline. The only new creators who joined the community in 2014 were merely testing the viability of Knex on YouTube, and when it didn't pan out, they decided it wasn't for them and quit forever. It didn't help that Knex released much less sets than 2013, with only 3 level sets compared to 11 in 2013, Waluigi and Bowser Jr. being the only new significant characters, and no Mario Kart track sets resulted in loss of interest. The majority of the community had abandoned Knex, and new Knex uploads had become few and between. The decline in the popularity of Knex, as well as the absence of vital members of the community, made it difficult for some to stay motivated. The decline of Mario Knex's presence on YouTube was further exacerbated by another comparably lackluster year of sets by Knex. The level sets from 2013 and 14 did not return, and the 3 new figures were all recolors of existing figures. Mario Kart 8 released on the Wii U in 2014, and logically, Knex would make some. However, even compared to 2011, their lineup was pretty slim, removing kart variety and featuring only 3 karts, 3 bikes, and their version of Thwomp Ruins, featuring 2 Thwomp obstacles that had already appeared in almost a dozen sets prior. This set was largely considered to be overpriced. 2015 would see the amount of Knex YouTubers continue to shrink, with SkyBeagle16 uploading his last track in December. He would continue his channel instead with a plush series parodying Survivor, before fully going inactive in early 2019. Ninja Penguin 8D, a small but highly long-time respected member of the Knex community who made massive tracks, deleted his channel in 2015, and there's no evidence of his existence anywhere on the internet other than a vague Social Blade page. Since Knex wasn't producing as many sets, Mario World Fun Zone couldn't make as many videos unboxing them. He would make his last Knex track based off of Jurassic World in July, and Mario and the Minifigure All-Stars was now the only way to enjoy his new Knex content from him. Daniel Cameron Action, who had previously been consistently uploading, would only make 3 Knex track videos in the entirety of 2015. And while Knex Trackmaster was still releasing tracks, as well as tutorial explaining the process behind them, he alone was unable to keep the interest in Knex Mario Kart, and the community wouldn't be able to return to its former glory. The sparse times of a dying era had become undeniable. Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U only sold 8.45 million copies, which, while impressive for a Wii U game, still made it the 3rd worst selling game in the Mario Kart series, making it unlikely that the few Mario Kart 8 sets that Knex released the previous year really did much to boost sales. As a result, for the first time, Knex didn't release any Mario Kart or level sets, and instead only 3 waves of mystery figure bags, none of which contained any new characters. Now is an important time to note that the sets themselves were becoming harder and harder to find, since Knex didn't really re-release any of the old sets, making it increasingly difficult to find enough sets to build larger tracks. And in whatever Knex didn't have in their official website, someone had to hope that eBay happened to have a cheap auction. Also, a lot of time had passed since the release of the first sets in 2011, and nowadays younger YouTubers would prefer to create and watch gaming content instead. The Mario Knex community continued to decline, with Knex Trackmaster only ever uploading a new track every 4 months, and Daniel Camera Action uploading no tracks at all, and only 2 stop-motion videos, and after July, he disappeared for 2 years before returning in 2018, reinventing the channel, moving on instead to focus on his travels. Mario World Fun Zone stopped making tracks, and only released 3 episodes of his Mario and the Minifigure All-Stars series. He would not release another episode of the series until 3 years later, which ended up replacing all the Knex figures with Jack-specific figures. Without the release of new sets and the community continuing to endlessly decline in viewership, it looked like it would deter anyone from building track videos or watching them. But it didn't stop a few passionate and dedicated individuals from trying. Even in the darkest times, a persevering few began uploading tracks and stuck around even after they discovered it was a ghost town. Stragglos was one of these few, who uploaded his first track in July 2016, who tried desperately to fill the gap the former creators had left behind. His style was similar to Knex Trackmaster, featuring detailed decorations and mechanics for Mario Kart 7 and 8, such as gliding and anti-gravity with added effects. However, the tracks themselves were much smaller, and the special mechanics were usually limited to 1 or 2 sections per track, with the rest of the track being technical, similar to HK41's courses. Without access to the same massive fanbase the first generation had, he never saw much success, and quit track making in 2018 for good. He would at first have the most subscribers out of any Knex YouTuber in the second generation, but eventually would get surpassed by all the others after going inactive. While he wasn't able to grab any attention from the soon-to-be inactive giants in the community, he would be encouraged by at least one fellow builder, Let's Game Today. Let's Game Today joined YouTube in 2015 under the name Custom Knex Bro 154. He would upload a few well-built tracks, but the low video quality made it hard for him to grow at first. In mid-2016, after a year-long break, he began uploading Knex tracks again, this time with much better camera quality. His tracks would start out being technical with decorations, similar to HK41, but his style would change to featuring many gliding and anti-gravity sections, and his later tracks frequently used special effects and stop motion. But quite a stretch to call only 2 track creators uploading an entire generation. By 2017, Mario Kart 8 had been long forgotten. This was in favor of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, a port featuring more characters and a new battle mode on Nintendo's fresh new console, the Switch. Knex tried to take advantage of this by releasing some new karts and bikes, as well as some new figures. However, the lack of new tracks for the second year in a row made it seem like Knex didn't really release anything at all. This was also the first time that the Knex community's fate seemed like it would never stop shrinking, let alone grow. Mario World Fun Zone would upload a few videos showcasing the new figures and bikes. Knex would almost never be mentioned on his channel again. Knex Trackmaster, the only remaining track builder from the first generation, would upload just 2 tracks before disappearing off the platform without a trace. All hope wasn't lost though. In 2017, 2 new creators would try to replace them. Knex41 initially joined YouTube in 2015, go inactive for over a year until the beginning of 2017, where he showcased some Knex track sets, and later, Knex and Lego series now called Super Mario Mishaps. These videos were crazy, random, and more resembled those made by Super Mario 64 machinists such as SMG4 than anything produced in the Knex community. A result of this was that K41 customized one of his Mario figures to create an OC. which many creators in the second and third generation would later do. The last of these members to join the second generation was Tanto64, who, while having built tracks for years prior, didn't create his channel and upload his first track until June 2017, with SNES Rainbow Road. Like many before him, he would take inspiration from Trackmaster, using effects and Windows Movie Maker to create underwater sections, anti-gravity mechanics, and stop motion to simulate items. Sometimes, mostly in his Grand Prix series, he would add short stories to the tracks, such as someone cheating or the group trying to help someone who lives next to the track. Like K41, he dabbled in stop motion shorts as well. It was at this point where the community really began to evolve. In 2018, the Knex company itself would begin to decline. The bankruptcy of Toys R Us Company, one of the main retailers for Knex, would have negative ramifications. But this would force the Knex company to auction away their assets, and on February 6th, a deal was finalized, and the Knex company was acquired by Basic Fun. Being under new management and a declining interest would cause no new Knex Mario Kart sets to be released this year. And to this day, the only way to acquire old Knex Mario Kart sets is through eBay. At this point, every member from the first generation was gone from the community, and only Let's Game Today, K41, and Tanto64 remained. But the community no longer needed new Knex sets, they had each other, and would begin taking advantage of that. By mid-2018, all three major creators in the second generation had Discord accounts, and used those to collaborate with each other. 2018 would also be the year where K41 began building tracks. Starting in July 2018 with SNES Mario Circuit 1. K41's Grand Prix tracks, while not as decorative as Let's Game Today and Tanto64's, were more technical with a focus on making the tracks resemble what they felt like in the original games they appeared in, based on the lake. He would eventually add effects to his tracks. Since it was now difficult for channels to grow just from uploading tracks alone, the three branched out and made non-Knex related content. Normally, Knex content creators would change their content after quitting Knex, but the second generation produced it alongside Knex. Tanto64 would create his own short-lived stop-motion series called the Knex Super Mario Comedy Show, which was a satirical take on Mario and his friends trying to rescue Princess Peach. K41 and Let's Game Today would also stream various Nintendo games on their channels.
For the second year in a row, Knex released nothing, and nobody new joined the community. While Obby and Knext8 did each upload one or two Mario Knex videos in 2019, for now they would remain undiscovered by the rest of the community. In April 2019, Let's Game Today, Tanto64, K41, and some of Let's Game Today's other friends created a Nintendo YouTube group called Nintendo Boys Galore, which featured a pretty cool trailer until it got disbanded after a month. K41 and Tanto64 would feature each other as main characters in almost all of their 2019 videos, and in November, Let's Game Today became the first member of the second generation to reach 1,000 subscribers. However, his Knex tracks would become much less frequent, and he would go on to focus more on streaming. 2019 was probably the most uneventful year in terms of Knex, and when the community was likely at its smallest size. But there is light at the end of the tunnel, as a new generation of track creators would emerge, inspired by those who came before. For the first time in about a few years, the Knex community would see the addition of another member. For a while, K41 had been searching on YouTube to find and welcome any potential creators that made recent tracks. He had done this to discover Tanto64, but was running out of hope that he would find anyone ever again. But then, in February 2020, he found one of Obby Mario Bros.'s old tracks. Not long after Obby joined the community, he would begin posting some more courses of his own. These would be extremely technical, and instead of using Knex carts, he would use his remote-controlled Rocket League car to navigate the tracks, but this was just the beginning. In May, the community would be welcoming MrCheesecake47, who took pride in his large, tall, complex, and technical tracks that resembled Stormbringer GT, some of which even used custom obstacles. The third generation was just beginning. However, this time they got support from the generation before them. It was a shame that they had arrived on the scene too late to contact the originals. Knext Trackmaster, one of the biggest and most influential track makers from the first generation, after showing no signs of life for 3 years, made a grand return with what some still consider his magnum opus. He was back, and better than ever. The wave of new creators entering the community was already beginning, and combined Trackmaster's return with Nintendo's release of LEGO Mario and Mario Kart Live Home Circuit, and that was the perfect storm for jump-starting a new renaissance full of never-before-seen creators. Knext created stop-motion minigames featuring Nintendo characters such as Toadette and Rosalina that Knext never made, and Super Jump Bros created a stop-motion series called Knext New Super Mario Bros, based on the Mario and Luigi RPG series. J6789, Dimentio21, James's Earth, Nintendo Bendo, Knext Track Creator, and Knext Gen would also begin building tracks. While the first produced larger and more technical tracks similar to Mario World Fun Zone, the tracks built by Knext Gen would effectively resemble their in-game counterparts and were heavily decorated, similar to HK Skater 88's tracks. He'd also incorporate items into his later videos using stop motion, which helped add a layer of depth to his tracks. Another factor would allow the community to grow quicker was Discord. With the uprise of Discord, a more effective method of communication was born. Knext Trackmaster would use Discord to announce track updates and even held a Q&A using the application. With Discord replacing the YouTube comment section as the main way of communicating, more elaborate collaboration than ever before was now not only possible, but effortless. From 2020 to now, so many amazing projects have been pulled off by the Knext community. Knext Trackmaster's Wii Rainbow Road track was the first track since his GBA Sunset Wilds track in 2017 to reach 10,000 views. Knext is the first of the third generation to reach 1,000 subscribers. K41 produced Sleepless Sorrow, about him and his few others camping at GameStop all night for the release of New Super Mario Bros., the first ever Knext stop-motion video to feature voice acting from fellow Knext creators such as Tanto64. K41 hosted the first ever Knext track contest, where fellow builders submitted tracks as entries and the winners got shoutouts. He judged it with Tanto64 and Avi, and received 5 entries. MrCheesecake47 won, with his entry Starman Fort. Tanto64 created a new stop-motion, fully voice-acted series called Smash High School, about Super Smash Bros. Characters if they attended high school, featuring detailed, edited facial expressions, customized Knex and LEGO figures, as well as voices from K41 and Avi. Let's Game Today produced some music, and did some charity streams on Twitch. Avi released a Sonic Mania mod called Knuckles Mania and Knuckles. K41 featured fellow creators such as Tanto64, Avi, and Knext Gen in some of his streams. Knext Gen built the smallest custom track in 2020, Bullet Boulevard, which is 25 track pieces, and based off of airship levels from Mario Bros. 3. For the first time since 2012, the community's growth seemed unstoppable. And now, we've reached 2021. Even in 2021, the community continues to experience ups, as K41 created a new original series called Knex and Friends, taking clips from his streams and animating them using Knex, and downs, as in January, Knext Trackmaster left the community again. However, this time, the leave was announced beforehand, and, if all goes well, he will return in 2023. In his wake, he left us a 2-year-long Knext track contest, where anyone can create a track and submit it, and saw veteran builders from the second and third generation building and submitting entries alongside never-before-seen creators. Some used Knex, while others instead used Hot Wheels or even mods like Mario Kart Wii Ctgp to build their custom tracks. Trackmaster's leave would be the first of many departures to come around the same time. While some of the third generation did enter Knext Trackmaster's contest, Dimentio21, James's Earth, J6789, Knext Track Creator, and Knext would all either change their content completely or go fully inactive by March 2021. In April, ABMB confirmed on one of K41's streams that he retired from making Knex and was leaving the community for good to focus on streaming. 2 months later, MrCheesecake47 confirmed on Discord that his channel had entered a hiatus. Early 2021 especially saw a lack of uploads for Knext Track fans, as in addition to all the leaving, Tanto64 went 3 months without uploading at all, and K41 drastically decreased his tracks in order to focus on his Super Mario Mishaps and Knex and Friends series. Throughout early 2021, even though it seemed like absolutely everyone else had left, Knext Gen was not phased, and continued to upload tracks consistently throughout the dark times. June 2021 marked the 10-year anniversary since the first Mario Kart set was released. However, at the time, it was really only acknowledged by Tanto64, who uploaded special Knex tracks, including DS Waluigi Pinball, which featured additional voice actors, a first for any of Tanto64's tracks. Also in June, Knext91 released Knex's Box Collab, which had been in production for months prior, and that featured high-quality entries from Tanto64, Super Jump Bros, ABMB, and MrCheesecake47. The additional entries coming from the Super Mario 64 community represented a stylistic shift in K41's Super Mario Mishap series, as around this time he began combining Super Mario 64 avatars with Knex stop motion. While at the time of releasing this we have reached the present day, hopefully this isn't where the community story ends. The sad reality, however, is that a Knex channel just isn't sustainable. Knex is much more difficult to find nowadays, and most modern viewers who tune in to watch Nintendo content have probably never even heard of it. Most YouTubers mentioned in this video who remain grow despite releasing Knex videos, not because of it. However, seeing that subscriber count go up isn't a top priority. If it was, all Knex content would have disappeared completely off the platform after mid-2014. The Mario Knex community has seen an entire decade pass, with Mario Kart itself seeing almost 3. The builders have seen YouTube become mainstream. We're there when Nintendo released the 3DS, Mario Kart 7, the Wii U, Mario Kart 8, the Switch, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Mario Kart Live on Circuit, and even the 9th Mario Kart, when it's announced and released, that is. It's been the childhood of hundreds of thousands growing up in the 2010s, and continues to be fun even for some older builders. Sharing tracks on YouTube has been a way for those not able to get their hands on pieces to experience a glimpse into a mini tangible world made of rods, connectors, and plastic tracks right before our very eyes, and for those who do have them, to share their creations with the world and inspire others. Track pieces can break, rods can snap in half, and your sets can get sold away. The channels can even get deleted, but nothing can take away the memories. The feelings you get when you peer into the bin, and instead of seeing track pieces, you feel the hours you spent connecting stuff together to replicate those details in the background of the Animal Crossing track, or the breathtaking aesthetic from the Mario Galaxy games. You feel the frustration of trying to correct a jump or hill for hours until you finally pick the right piece, allowing carts to jump the perfect length. You feel the laughter witnessing one false move by an unsuspecting cart and the ensuing pileup. You feel the satisfaction of building a masterpiece that looks exactly the way you envisioned it after days of hard work. You feel the glint in your eyes when you upload your track and get a comment indicating that you've been noticed by your inspiration. You feel the pain from when you accidentally step on one of those stone Bowser's edges or one of those pegs that keeps the track together. Ouch. You feel the sadness when one of your favorite creators leaves for good. You feel the hope that if you build it, viewers will come. You feel the jaw-dropping astonishment when you look online and see some of the crazy projects that other passionate creators have spent literal months on. Those feelings are real. Or maybe they're not. Maybe it's just some bootleg Lego toy that these people on YouTube should have outgrown years ago. Maybe all of Mario Knex was just a fluke that takes up space, a pointless experience if you have the mainline games. Some people will write it off as useless waste of time, just like playing video games. Maybe Mario, Legos, building toys, and video games as a whole don't matter in the grand scheme of things, and truth be told, they don't. However, that shouldn't take away from the joy and excitement that it gives to thousands of people. It's the same thing with Legos, and the entire video game genre. It's not supposed to be useful, it's just fun. It's a way of escaping the world that can be pretty unforgiving sometimes. It's a way to use characters and settings from the screen to mold into whatever you want in the real world, and then insert anything else your mind can dream up of, and then sharing that world with anyone else on the internet who wants to see it. Like animation, it's a way to use characters to film stories, to capture your own style, a way to reinvent the world and push it far beyond the constraints of real life. It's a way to build tangible racetracks that aren't practical in the real world, but still feature that chaotic Mario Kart feel. It's a way to let your imagination roam endlessly free, discovering new ideas and delving deep into the potential that you never knew you had before, and maybe even meet some new people and unlock their potential, and in the process creating something neither of you could have made alone. And all you need to do is snap a connector and a rod, and unscrew the top of the cart and put in 2 AAA batteries. They can't run without that. So if this video inspired you, why don't you start your engines?
Here we go!